Hello there, moin moin ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another tip review. Today for you I have the Rose Technics Soundcocoon, in short SC, liquid silicone ear tips. Yes, today we are taking a look at another pair of liquid silicone ear tips after I already checked out the EPZ ones. And yeah, we will discuss what this thing can or can't do. And first, that's the packaging, as you can see it here. It has some claims at the back here, according to Fit. And yeah, let me quickly also show you the sound here. Enhanced bass, clear treble. And yeah, they also say it is antibacterial, like silver ion antibacterial coating. Unfortunately, I lack the testing equipment. I can't really spoil you that, so I can't test it. I just don't think it is going to work. Silver itself is antibacterial, yes. But just putting a few silver atoms here in there is not cutting it. You need usually, according to my knowledge, I don't want to say massive silver, but pure silver or relatively high purity silver in order to achieve this effect. But yeah, just a small side note here. If you remove this, which is a bit difficult, that's why it's torn, you get a nice carrying case that looks like this here. Opening it reveals the ear tips in here, and I have the variety pack here, which I was wrong in my unboxing. This comes in S, M, L, and XL. And size-wise, S, let me quickly show you. Oh, another side note, this is the Buds 2 Pro, right? Check the color out. And now, check out the liquid silicone ear tips. It's exactly the same color, maybe just half a hue off. I'm not sure if that was intentional or accidentally, but really this matches color-wise basically perfectly. Let me show you what I mean. Off, basically the same color. On, yep, it looks like it's made for the Galaxy Buds 2 Pro. But yeah, sorry, let's come back to the actual sizing here. Okay, S is 11.5, same as the normal liquid silicone ear tip or as the EPZ ones. Then we have M with 11.8. Okay, sorry for the cut here. Actually, I had to quickly do some research here. Yes, S is 11.5, which I said before. M is actually also 11.8, so it's almost the same size as S there. And yeah, then we have L, which is 12.5, and this is also 1 millimeter longer than S and M, and then XL with 13.5. So first, yes, there's no SS, and I think this is definitively lacking here. SS should be like, give or take 10 or 10.5 millimeters, something like that. And also, honestly, the L here is more like an ML with 12.5 millimeters. And that means also XL would be more like the L. And yeah, the actual XL should be something like 14 or 14.5 millimeters here. But overall, the size actually is okay. As I said, it could be a bit better. But the nice thing about this is that some others don't offer. You get a variety pack of S, M, L, and XL here, which is what I have. And yeah, that is nice. And price-wise, these clock in at $16 for 4 pairs. That makes them $4 per pair, and thereby landing on the cheaper side, but not ultra cheap side. And disclaimer here, yes, I have asked Rose Technics if they could send this over for review, which they very kindly did. Thank you very much for sending it over, Rose Technics, much appreciated. Otherwise, they have not asked or did anything else to influence my opinion here. Really, everything in this video is 100% how I found it. And then next we come to comfort. And yeah, after I was not the greatest fan of the EPZ liquid silicone ear tip, which I have here as, again, as reference, that's the EPZ one. This is the original liquid silicone ear tip, so you can see all 3 of them side by side. Yeah, I was also curious how Rose Technics stuff with this. And I'm happy to report this is exactly as good in terms of comfort as the original here. Or, yeah, even better, depends on, of course, how it fits in your ear. Because, yes, let's check out the material here. As you can see here, the material of the actual mantle of the Rose Technics is ever so lightly thicker, but the actual inside the bore here is a bit thinner, and that means this one, at least to my ear, feels a bit more squishy at the front. This here is a bit less squishy. Also probably caused due to the bit thicker ring here at the front that helps stabilizing the tip, but does not make it as squishy. This one here has more squish. And in comparison to EPZ one here, you can see this has a light horn around the outlet. It's also less squishy than the Rose Technics ones. So yeah, that combined with the 1mm shorter length this has, yeah, I think this is a very comfortable ear tip, and I could fit this on most nozzles that I had around here. Preferred it on medium length nozzles, so not too long or not too short, was best for medium length for me. But also my ear canal is very small, so if you have a medium sized ear canal, this should work basically on every nozzle for you. And yeah, as I said, dare to say it might be a bit better than the original one, because it's a bit more squishy in the front here. Unfortunately, isolation-wise, as you might have guessed, if you have a bit less of a ring around the outlet here at the front, and also the bore in the middle is a bit thinner, I think this does isolate a bit worse than this one. Even for the mantle material is slightly thicker on the outside, I still think this one is a better isolating tip, but just a tad. So on my artificial ranking scale, where 10 is really good isolation and 0 is basically no isolation, and yeah, or 1 really bad silicone ear tip, well, this reaches like a 5.5. It can isolate pretty decently, but this one might be a bit better if you can get it can get both inserted equally well. Next, shaping sound. And yeah, again, subjective and objective, and again, disclaimer, subjective has been done before I measure this, like really there's no measurement going on before I have written down this part, so I don't cloud my judgment. And also they don't provide a measurement here, so that is absolutely okay, and I was not influenced before I measured this basically. And it means, subjectively, I don't think I noticed much of a difference to the original one. Like, give or take, it could be a tad less bright to my ear, maybe 2 or 3 decibels at best, but it's very close to the original one, and that means also bass is not affected. And yeah, generally it seems to be like a medium wide outlet ear tip here. And objective, I can make this short this time. You can see by graph my ear was wrong. This clearly measures basically identical to the normal liquid silicone ear tip. And the only difference here that we really can see, according to graph, there's a reduction past 10K happening here. It's not a lot again, this is not in muted upper treble ear tip, but it is a slight reduction compared to the, the original liquid silicone ear tip here. But that's about it, so my ear was just wrong in this case. And that brings me to additional factors. And so first, again, the claim, as I said, I can't prove that it's antibacterial or not, so we just take it as is. But what I can tell you, this is super sticky. Sorry, battery of my light just died, so we finished this review without light. As I said, it's super sticky. It's definitively more sticky than the original one, and more sticky than the EPZ one here. And really, you have to like this. I in particular do like sticky silicone ear tips. But if you don't, this is definitively not going to be for you. Like, even after wearing this for a couple weeks, it's still extremely sticky. So yeah, that also means you need to clean it more often. And yeah, this material seems to be pretty good for that, so you should be fine with soap. You should be fine with warm water. I'm not sure if I would use alcohol, but I don't think it will make much of a difference. This material, generally in my experience, is pretty durable in that. And yeah, what else did I note here? Oh yeah, fitment wise, this fits on basically every nozzle I could think of. Again, let me compare it. Wait, this is the EPZ one, this is the original one. You can see the actual mantle inside is a bit thinner, and that means this one stretches also easily over wide nozzles. But it doesn't even require much force to be stretched on 6.4mm nozzle at all. So on the AJ07M, absolutely no issue to fit it on, and I don't think you will have issues to put this on nozzles that are even like 6.7mm or so. Should just be all right. And yeah, last but not least, longevity again. I don't think this will be an issue. I have been wearing this now for, I don't know, like 3-4 weeks in a row, and nothing happened to the tip. It looks exactly the same as before. Even the original liquid silicone, you can see here it hasn't yellowed. The milkiness is just a bit of dirt on the inside. So don't confuse the tip actually, being basically clouded versus me not cleaning it properly on the inside. It's just the latter the case here. So yeah, durability shouldn't be an issue. And that brings me to the verdict here. Rose Technics, you impressed me with this one. This is again a really good ear tip, and I don't really see a reason why you should get the original liquid silicone ear tip now when you can get this one. As I said, it is a bit shorter, it doesn't isolate as well as the original one, and it's a bit more sticky, but this was also sticky, so you already need to like sticky in order to even consider the original. And for this type of ear tip. I just think the additional squishiness this has, it just works better for me. It just fits my ear a bit better. And this also coming with a quite a bit lower price point than the original. Yeah, I think we found a successor for the liquid silicone ear tip here. I will recommend the Rose Technics liquid silicone ear tip because it doesn't do much to the sound, it fits well, it comes in variety packs, and yeah, the light lack of sizing. I mean, yeah, it's a bit better than this one. This only had S, M, and L, so yeah, recommend these, and yeah, that's it. Hope you enjoyed it. Questions, recommendations, or criticisms, leave a comment. Donspektor out.